All right, so you may have seen bartenders shaking cocktails, and there's a very, very good reason for this. One of the three elements of a well-made drink is temperature, texture, and dilution. Well, that's three elements, but those are the three elements that I look for when making a drink. And shaking a cocktail impacts all three of those elements. So temperature, texture, and dilution. So it's going to make it really cold. It's going to add water to it to dilute it down so it actually tastes better. And it's going to give it a specific texture. It's going to add little air bubbles in it. It's going to break up the ice into little pieces, and it's going to affect the way that the mouth feel. So I've seen people shake any number of ways. I knew a guy who threw out his shoulder one time because he was shaking so low to the ground and so high up. It was insane. It was a very bizarre shake. So the process of shaking a cocktail, cocktails that are shaken are the ones that have the juice in them. So anytime it has juice in it, it's probably going to be a shaken cocktail, with a few extremely rare exceptions that are so rare I'm not even going to get into. But let's say you have a daiquiri, a margarita, a Tom Collins. These are all examples of shaken drinks because they all have sugar, acid, and a base. Now, by sugar, I mean like simple syrup. Acid, I mean a lemon. And then base would be like a vodka, gin, rum, tequila. So things that we don't shake are things like Negronis, Manhattans, Martinis. These are all they have all spirits in them. So we'll talk about that in a second. But so what we like to do, the process of a shaken cocktail is that you measure out the ingredients into the small side of the tin of the metal mixing glass of the metal shaker set, and then add ice once you're done with the ingredients. And then you pour that into the large side of the mixing tin, and then shake that. And then everybody's shake is unique. Everybody's shake is different. We're all snowflakes. But make sure that it's comfortable and that you're getting a serious level of agitation inside of that tin. So don't worry about ice. Use tons of ice, and create that temperature, create that texture, create that dilution, and make sure you're shaking away from the guest. Because I had an experience one time where I had an egg white cream cocktail, and I was shaking it towards a guest, and my hands were slippery, and I lost it. And thankfully, I did not get sued from that incident, but it was bad. So shaking drinks is really fun, and it's how we achieve a great temperature, texture, dilution.